So the last data point I saw is that we have 418 restaurants operating within the city of Portland. And they're able to tap into the resources from the Gulf of Maine on one side and from a wonderful network of farms on the other. So getting great food in close proximity, land and sea, here in Portland is something that we have a unique opportunity to do that not every community around the country can participate in. Admittedly, I don't think we were necessarily looking to do a food tour as much as we just saw there were so many rich narratives to be found within the Maine food system, and ultimately really came to the conclusion that a food tour would be a wonderful vehicle to really help describe that food system. And so we started doing these tours just last year, partnering with restaurants that we felt had really gone beyond their bottom line to provide locally and sustainably sourced food, which would provide the tastings. Today we have 5 stops, starting off at Union, which will provide kind of a general overview. From there we're going to go on to Solo Italiano, and we will really get into farms and agriculture here in the state of Maine, more of an inland focus. And then from there we're going to shift gears, really focus more on seafood and what's going on in the Gulf of Maine, with a brief stop on the wharf, and then head down the pier, work our way to Luke's Lobster. And then from there we're going to Street and Company. And then after that we'll shift focus again a little bit toward kind of a lot of different dimensions in the state of Maine, kind of urban and rural dynamics in the state of Maine, and some big picture concluding points as we finish the tour up at Evo. Those who go on the tour, I think it kind of probes some questions that they may not have been thinking about before in terms of the food they eat and the food choices they make and the implications of those choices. But we really, in many ways, are putting the keys in the hands of the consumer, of the guest, because the market will only shift based on where that demand really is. And so we really, I think, are empowering our guests to really think more intentionally about their food choices. And again, the implications of those food choices as we relay the context of the different challenges, opportunities that exist between where the food is sourced and ultimately how and where it lands on our plates.